And welcome back. Our next guest is a national security expert and U.S. Navy veteran. He is a board advisor for the Celebrities Against Gun Violence Initiative, and he is with us to highlight the efforts being taken to address gun violence in the black community and beyond. Please welcome to the show, Kevin C. Meggett.
Hey.
Kevin's in the house.
How you doing,
How are you,
man?
my brother?
Good to see you.
Nice to see you.
Likewise.
Thank you for your service.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate
My
that.
daughter's a Navy vet also.
Oh, really?
She's out there in Virginia Beach, but
Okay.
it's not about us, it's about you. Let's talk about what you're doing, but thank you.
I appreciate that. So I'm with an organization called Diversity and National Security. I wish I was a national security expert. I'm not that yet.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Veteran, yes, but the founder, her name is Asha Castleberry Hernandez. She is the expert, and she also advises the White House. So she was supposed to have been here, but they had called a very important meeting talking about black trauma and gun violence, and so she's on her way to Capitol Hill to engage into a conversation, and brought me here, and I'm able to talk to
You
the
got
initiative,
this.
so,
You got this. We
you know,
appreciate you being here.
I appreciate being here. Thank you.
So, how did this come about? Celebrities Against Gun Violence, the
So-
initiative.
Asha has diversity and national security, where she looks at national security as a whole and make it more diverse, because it's not diverse.
Yeah.
And she's looking to make it more diverse. And then gun violence became a very big issue, and it was like, oh wow, we have to do something about it.
Yeah.
And she came up with the slogan, "Celebrities Against Gun Violence," and we've been hitting the road ever since. And we've gotten some really great people on board to. Yeah, I was going to talk to you after the show.
No problem. We'll do it. We'll make it happen. All right. What is the mission and the goal of the initiative?
The mission and the goal is actually to have a conversation, to look at gun violence as a national security threat, which it is. Gun violence in America is the number one killer in the black community. It beats AIDS, it beats cancer, beats COVID. It's the number one killer, and it's the thing is, it's preventable. So how do we have a conversation towards prevention and moving towards mental health, because there's a mental health aspect to this.
They got rid of bump stocks, but the Supreme Court came in and said, "Nah, let's put this back in here."
Yeah,
people can use bump
I
stocks.
heard about it, so I don't know enough about it to actually really speak on it. But I just heard about it last night. So.
Yeah, it's a apparatus that you connect to a semi-automatic gun, and it makes it automatic.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so you can shoot more bullets, I guess. But
Well, I
they
think
put that back out on the market.
I think universal background checks is a very good tool to have. And then this initiative isn't a Democrat or Republican-led issue. It's a bipartisan issue.
Yeah.
So we work on both sides of the aisle with Democrats and Republicans.
Yeah.
We're just looking to yield real results.
How important was it for you to become a part of this initiative?
Very, on a few levels, because I've had friends and family victims to gun violence.
Yeah.
And again, it could have been prevented in hindsight.
Well, you see a lot of it growing up in the five boroughs. Not
Absolutely.
only in the five boroughs, but in the suburbs too.
Absolutely.
A lot of the school shootings.
And that goes back to the mental health aspect of it.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think you should have to sit with a psychiatrist or have a clean, good mental health, because we all have mental health. The objective is to have good mental health.
Yeah.
You have to have good mental health to be a gun owner.
So, what are some of the possible? You mentioned some of the other things, but what are some of the resolutions to addressing gun violence in our black community?
Definitely.
You mentioned background checks.
Background checks. Definitely universal gun background checks. Mental health. We have to put we have to put money into mental health.
Yeah.
It's imperative. Economic inclusion and development, because when you look at crime, not just in the black community, but in any community, when you have high jobs, you have low crime. When you have low crime, you usually have high jobs. So the first thing, if a borough's plagued by a lot of crime, first thing you have to do is let's look at the unemployment rate in that borough.
And nobody wants to take away guns, but they just want to take away.
We just want you to be responsible.
Yeah.
It's not, we're not trying to infringe on the Second Amendment.
Yeah.
We ask that we have some type of responsibility.
Oh, are you a gun owner, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, no, I'm not.
Yeah.
New York, and now New York State, or rather New York City, I'm sorry. New York City makes it very hard to become a gun owner. And it's not necessarily bad. I don't frown on it, to be honest with you, because a lot of these open carry states have high gun violence ratings. You look at, the statistics are there.
Do you think that the people who own guns legally are more careful with their guns?
I think they should be. That's one of the things that we're trying to put.
They're not used for crime, I guess.
No,
I don't know.
They're not. I don't think
because they have to take classes in order to get those guns.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now there are other people within the initiative that are in our initiative that are gun owners. So we're not trying to take no one's guns. We just kind of want there to be some type of responsibility. I mean, personally, I think that your Second Amendment is a right. But sometimes, I think it should be a privilege. But this is just me.
Yeah.
I'm speaking for me right now.
Yeah.
I think being a gun owner should be a privilege, because with privileges come responsibilities.
Yeah.
And so we have a lot of rights, and we have a lot of irresponsibility. But this is just me talking on behalf of me, and
Yeah, yeah. Now there's a big fundraiser coming up, right?
Yes. Thank you so much.
You got a lot of comedians involved?
Yeah, I got. I'm doing this. Because we're not government, we're not, there it is. We're not funded, so we have to do certain things to
raise money.
To continue to do the work that we do. And I have Ron Anthony. He was the artist that was formerly signed to the late great Luther Vandross. He's singing, and I have a whole bunch of comedians, G.L. Douglas and Young Tef, and just a whole bunch of comedians, and it's called Comedians Against Gun Violence.
Yeah.
So that's Saturday at the Triad Theater.
On the 22nd, right?
On the 22nd at the Triad Theater.
Put that up one more time. Put that poster up one more time. There it is, right there.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah.
And we still look at. You could go on the Triad website and actually purchase tickets. We still have tickets for sale.
All right. Great.
And you're helping a great cause, and it's going to be a great show.
Yeah. All right. So people still want to jump on, right?
Yeah, sure.
You got a lot of comedians calling right now. Hey, man, I want to get on. How do I get on that show?
I'm already looking at doing the second one.
Oh, really?
Hopefully, we'll do the second one down in D.C.
Oh, okay.
That's the goal.
Good.
But I think the power of celebrities, and we have some great celebrities. We have Ice-T that's on this initiative, Christopher Williams, Big Daddy Kane. These are people that are, selflessly lending their voice, because, quite honestly, they have more influence than politicians.
Yeah.
So, and the hip hop community, unfortunately, burdens some of the blame of where the gun violence is. So, surely they could be part of the solution too.
Yeah.
And shout out to those guys.
You're gonna get some flack on that one. They're gonna text you and email you. What do you mean, bro?
No, I mean, it is what it is. It's just whether it's orchestrated behind a screen door or something like that, or behind a closet, whatever it could be, the labels. It's put on a certain. They didn't do that to R&B. They didn't do it to country music. They did it to hip hop. So, hip hop is the only genre of music where violence seemed to be glorified.
They're gonna text you, man.
That's fine.
No, it's all good.
I love a
got
good conversation.
You got something there. So how can people get involved and
Okay,
contribute
so
to this fundraising?
We're about to launch our website.
Yeah.
We are looking for volunteers. There are plenty of volunteer opportunities. The website will actually, I think we're still just working on going live with the website, so I don't have a website but at this moment. But I am on social media. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram.
What's your handle on there?
Kept my name, Kevin Meggett. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
On both?
on both of them.
Yeah.
And you know, you can reach out to me. I'm very accessible, and I do answer emails.
Yeah, you're gonna answer. They're gonna say, "Hey, man, what are you talking about? We started gun violence. We're all about gun violence."
Nah.
But no, I hear what you're
Yeah.
saying. In some of the videos, people are glorifying, guns and money and calling women out of their names and stuff like
And
that.
I don't, and I think what it really comes down to, honestly, is a lack of ownership. We don't. I'm not sure. I would honestly say a lot of those artists probably didn't want to. They're going to do what's going to produce a paycheck, but it goes down to owning and controlling. We don't own and control, not even our own problems. And that's sad. That should be the bigger conversation. The bigger conversation is ownership, what we own and what we don't own. What we don't own is even our problems.
What are the next plans? Any gatherings or get-togethers or meetings that
we're coordinating something down in D.C. to bring attention towards this issue around the National Black Convention. So I think that's sometime in September, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh.
And we're looking to do other work where preventative work. We work with a guy who actually he's also a victim of gun violence, but he teaches basketball.
Oh, okay.
And he was going pro, and prior to going pro, he went out to a club. He got shot in his leg, and that was the end of his it sounds so cliche, but that was the end of his basketball career. But he made lemonade out of lemons, and he now teaches young kids, how to play basketball. And he says, I won't guarantee I could get you an MBA, but I could guarantee you'll get a good education or free education. Yeah. And I think that these are unsung heroes. Yeah. So these are our influencers. These are people that influence what we do.
Help you get that scholarship and
absolutely,
and give you a peace of mind, give you something to live by.
Right.
All right. These are some rules that you can live by.
Absolutely.
To help keep you in line.
Yeah.
Listen, thanks for coming. But
when
you get that website, I know you got the social media again. The social media is
Facebook, Kevin Meggett. Instagram, Kevin Meggett. My email address is kevincmeggett@gmail.com. And I would love for hopefully when we launch, Asha could come here and she could speak for herself.
Yeah.
She's an amazing,
Well,
amazing
you guys are always welcome back.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, Celebrities Against Gun Violence.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. All right, we'll take a quick break. We've got more coming your way next. Right here, we're open.